Hello, everyone, and welcome along to this live webinar. And in this webinar, we're going to speak about our new accounting module, the cash flow module. So we will run a quick demo. We start with a high-level overview about Lendlord, and then we'll deep dive into the cash flow module. So feel free to ask any questions you may have. It's a new module. I know that some of you used the previous version of this module, so I believe you have questions. We try to make the experience better for you, but I believe there are some things that we should enhance, and we already found some that we are working on, so feel free to ask questions. If you watch this webinar on our YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, and then you can get more content on any topic related to property, related to technology, and related to Lendlord. I will put the channel link on the chat. And we also run a promotion this evening for our premium plan with 50% off just during this webinar time. So Amir put the details, how you can apply the coupon. So just click on this link, click add coupon, enter the value of the coupon, and then click apply, and I will show you how to do it. And yeah, so let's start. I will share the screen. So we'll start with our YouTube channel. As you can see, we upload the webinars that we do. And we have some features highlight, webinars about topics, and also webinars that include live demos. So I think it's very valuable to subscribe to our YouTube. Amir also will share the link tree of Lendlord, and here you can schedule demo calls with the teams or schedule calls with our mortgage team, bridging team, and more. And if you want to apply the coupon of this webinar, so either click on the /premium link that Amir put on the chat, or go to your Lendlord account from the settings page. So you see the top right menu, go to settings, then click upgrade, click add coupon, enter 250225, click apply, and you will get the premium plan with 50% off for the first year, for the entire year, only £49 instead of 99. And this is for the first year. On the second year, it will be 99. So hurry up and upgrade. It's very valuable. We have many features under the premium plan and also features that relevant to this webinar topic. For instance, if you want to link your bank accounts. All right, so let's run like a quick poll. I just want to understand. I believe the vast majority of you are existing users, but if you are new to Lendlord, put 1 on the chat. If you are old user, avid user, just put 2, so we know who is familiar with the platform and who is less. Okay, 1, 2, 2. Okay, so I see it's basically a mix, 1 and 2. All right, yeah. Okay, all right, thanks. So we'll definitely show you how to get started with the cash flow module, but also for the user that already use it, we will answer all the questions that you may have. So before we start, quick overview about Lendlord. So you can see that we have the 3 main sections in the menu: invest, manage, and finance. In the invest section, you can source properties. We have different tabs to source properties. On market listings, this is a tab that you can find new property listings every day being uploaded by estate agents all around the UK. On the premium plan, you can do many things. You can contact the agent. You can add a listing to your watch list. You can run a online valuation for the property unlimited, and also rental income estimation. And you can also apply alerts to the properties on your watch list on price decrease, price increase. And also you can define a search criteria so the platform will notify you anytime there is a new property matches your criteria. Of course, we have the deal analyzer on this tab of the invest, and here you can basically analyze any property deal in the different strategies: buy to let, flip, BRR. You just need to type few data items. In buy to let, only 2. Click proceed. The platform with its own model will calculate the short-term metrics and the long-term metrics for you. You can see the summary of the deal, and you can tweak or adjust the data to see how it impacts your results. On the premium plan, you can generate a report. You can share this deal with others. And in one button, you can see what finance options you have to finance this deal. And you can also apply online to get mortgage illustration or to receive bridging terms. And you also can explore the postcode. And this is also part of our premium plan. So on the basic plan, you have only 3. So here you can get great statistics about this postcode in terms of capital growth, rental stats, average asking prices in this area, comparables, demographics, schools, and more. So the tab of Invest can help you grow your portfolio. The Manage tab, this is the topic of the webinar, so I will deep dive into it in a sec. And the Finance area, this is the place to find, to get terms for bridging finance, to explore your mortgage, remortgage options, and to get mortgage illustration online. And soon we will also launch an insurance portal, so you can get quotes from different insurers, and also before renewals of your insurance policies, you can take a look what are the current prices for policies for insurance. It's coming soon. All right, so let's start with the topic of this webinar. So we speak today on cash flow, property cash flow. And I will switch to the demo or the QA account just so I can link bank account. All right, so if you already own an existing portfolio, or if you run a company as well and you're intending to purchase a new property, the Manage section, it's basically the section for you. The main screen is the My Portfolio page, and here you can add all of your properties. You can do it one by one by clicking on the Add Property. And there are no mandatory fields. You can typing the address, entering the address, and then the other details, and you can see the sections. We store more than 100 different data items on each property. Of course, you don't need to put them all in, but it's a great place to store all the information about your properties in one place and access it from anywhere at any time. But if you already maintain a spreadsheet of your properties, you can also upload the spreadsheet to Lendlord. You can download this example just to see a example file that if you can adjust your file, or you can just apply those rules. You need to save the file as CSV and keep these formats, and then you can upload all of your properties to Lendlord in a few clicks. So in order to start using with the cash flow module, it's recommended to start with adding your first property. After you add your property, then it's recommended to go to My Tenants and add a tenant. And when you add a tenant, you can let's do an example here. You can add the details of the tenants. You need to attach the tenant to a property to create a tenancy. If you run an HMO, you can name the unit and you can basically define and create many tenants to one property. Then you need to define the tenancy period. On Lendlord, you can also generate the tenancy agreement. Here you have the button. When I close the pop-up, I will show you. Then the rent payment, the schedule, if it's monthly, frequency of the payments, the starting date, and you can also, if it's a rolling tenancy or not. As you may know, the renters' rights bill reform is coming. You know what, a side note, because it's important, on our blog, you can find a guide about this reform. I will share this link with you on the chat. So we are going to update this guide on a weekly basis with all the recent updates. So there are several rules that are going to change. And it's important to be on top of the changes and be ready on time. So in this guide, you can find all the information you need. So one of the things that are going to change is the tenancy agreements, that, as it looks like, going to be periodic agreements. So we will support it as well on Lendlord. So in this case, you can define if the current tenancy is rolling or not. Then you can also define the tenancy rent review. If you want to do it annually or quarterly, then you will get a notification that it's time to do a review to this specific tenancy. You can also add some details about the guarantors, the deposits, and more. Then you click Save. The platform will create a payment schedule for you based on the tenancy details that you just entered. You can go back by clicking Edit Tenancy and recreate. You can change the list of the payments by editing a payment, deleting a payment, and you can also add the payment rows. Don't worry, you can do it afterwards from the payment schedule tab. Then you can either click approve, or you can invite your tenants to their own dashboard. And when you invite tenants, you can share some documents with them. There are documents that you have to share with your tenants, so you can do it with Lendlord easily. And then you will also share the payment schedule with them, so they get notifications before they need to pay the rent. And hopefully soon we will launch the payments initiation, so they will be able to pay the rent through Lendlord to you. And they can also report maintenance issues through the app, so you can get, so if you self-manage, but if not, I believe it's less important for you, but if you do, then you can receive also maintenance reports. And one of the upcoming releases will be messaging system also that will help you communicate with your tenant in a more efficient way. So in this case, I will just click approve before we go to the cash flow section. You can also attach documents to any property or tenancies, but you know what, let's focus on my tenants. I just wanted to show you the generate AST. So this is a feature that will allow you to generate tenancy agreements based on the tenancy details that you already entered, but you can edit the data here before you generate the document. And then after you review the document, you can also change the different sections of this agreement by clicking on Manage Sections. So you can either edit the text, you can play with the order of each section, and you can also add sections to the agreement and save them for the next time that you generate agreement. So this is, I think, an important feature that you can find on Lendlord. And if you want to invite your tenant, you can do it when you create a new tenancy, but also you can click on invite tenant and start the process to send a link to your tenant to create their tenant's dashboard. So if you already uploaded documents for this tenant, you can just share them by ticking the checkbox. But if not, you can upload documents, welcome pack, the ST agreement, inventory report, right to rent, gas certificate, and more. And then just click send invitation. Your tenant will receive an email with a link, and then they will get their dashboard with all the documents that you shared, with the rent payment schedule, and with the maintenance issues that they can report to you, but also with the messaging system that will be launched in the next few weeks. Okay, so after I created the first property, I created two, in this case, two tenants to this property. Then let's go to the accounting section. This is the new cash flow module. So the way that you need to start is from the transactions. And we support two types of transactions: bank transactions. So you can link your bank accounts to your Lendlord account. You can do it in a secure way because we use Plaid as our provider. Plaid is authorized by the FCA to implement the open banking, and Lendlord is an agent of Plaid. So the communication is secured. We don't get any access to your bank accounts. We just get the transactions on a read-only mode. So you will be able to allocate, reconcile the transactions to the relevant properties, and also you can generate P&L report. We also now support other types of transactions, and in the near future, hopefully, you will see also a balance sheet. It's not ready yet, but it will be hopefully released in the next few weeks. Okay, so on the bank transactions, you can add real bank and link it, or you can create an offline bank. So the way to do it is click on this plus icon. Then you can either link an existing account or create an offline account. When you create an offline account, you can upload a CSV file with all the transactions, or you can add transactions manually. The best practice is to link your bank account, because then you don't need to worry. The platform will retrieve the transactions on an ongoing basis, and you can also apply rules on the bank rules tab, and then the platform will auto-reconcile the transactions. Of course, you can review it after that and revert and make some changes, but basically the platform will work for you. So the way to link bank accounts, so click on link an existing account, click next. Then you will be redirected to the Plaid wizard to link bank account. You can search your specific bank. Then Plaid will take you to the login page of your bank. You need to put your credentials, but as I mentioned, no one can access your credentials. The process is fully secured. Then click connect. And you will receive this message that you were able to connect this bank account. This, of course, it's a demo account. Then you can retrieve your initial transactions. So this is so now if you want to start maintaining also the historical cash flow, so you can retrieve historical transactions. You can always retrieve manually from the three dots. So perhaps I don't know if I would retrieve 1 year or 2 years of transactions at once, perhaps go like month by month. But it's up to you. So you can retrieve all transactions and reconcile/allocate. We used to use the word allocate, but now we change it to reconcile. Reconcile means that you assign the transaction to a property or to a company, and also assign a category to a transaction. So in this case, I will take, let's say, 2 weeks-ish, then retrieve transactions. Oh, 56, okay, too much. Then click continue. It's a test account, so then this wizard will also show up every time you log into the platform and there are new transactions. You don't have to use this wizard, but it's quite easy to allocate and reconcile transactions with this wizard. You have all the transactions in the table as well. So here you just need to select the category and then assign it to either to a property or to a company. Okay, so company level means if you manage properties, like if you own properties in a limited company, then all the income, expenses, transactions that are relevant to the company. Property are like basically transactions that are relevant to this specific property. So if you want to manage the cash flow and track the performance of a specific property, then you should assign the transaction to this property. If you don't manage or own your properties under company, limited companies, you can assign to this level all portfolio. Okay, so for instance, if you have 3 properties, individual ownership, private ownership, and you have accounting fees that you want to allocate that relevant basically to all 3 properties, then you should choose all portfolio. Okay, and then you click save, and you go to the next one. You can also click on the review later, and the transaction will remain on your list. I will show you in a sec. I just want to see one income. Only expenses. Okay. Now we have one income, 500. So let's say this is one of my rental payments. So here I will choose the category rent. I will assign it to a property. And now I will assign it to a tenant. I have James that need to pay £500 on the 1st of February. So I now allocate this transaction to this property, to this tenant, to this payment, and I click save. Okay, I'll create this wizard for now. So now on the payment schedule, you're able to see that this payment was tracked now. James Tad, you can see that he paid 500. He paid it on the 15th of February with 40 days overdue. So this will be recorded as well. And I'll basically track this payment from the bank transaction feed. So the way this page is designed, for each bank you have the review tab. So these are all the transactions you need to reconcile/allocate. You can click on the row and then you can do it also from here. If you don't use the wizard that I should like popped up when you log in. And then on the reconcile tab, you will find all the transactions that you already reconciled. Now, this will be reflected in 2 pages. In the cash flow page, so here you will find all the transactions, the received transactions and the spent transactions, but you can apply filters here. So for instance, if you want to see just income and expense, you don't want to see assets and liabilities. I don't know if you have loans or investments, you want to see only income and expense, you can filter this with the category type filter. you can also see only one property, or you can also see just the company. So like in one Lendlord account, you can manage different ownerships, properties under companies, private ownerships, and also different owners. So you can also apply filters to that. In the second page, the reconciled transactions will be reflected in is the reports. So here you will find the P&L report, which takes by definition just the income, expenses, and capital expenses. And if you want to exclude the capital expenses, you can. In this case, I don't have. And if you want to get a breakdown of each category, just click on this link and it will take you to the income breakdown report or to the expenses breakdown report. Okay, so before I will show you how you can split a transaction.
I'm just jumping in really briefly.
That's answers, yeah.
If it's okay, just to ask a quick question from the crowd, a question about, is it possible to add multiple bank accounts?
Yes. So as you can see, yeah, actually I added the same bank account, but it's better to link one bank account if you have one bank account, but if you have many, you can do it. Just don't link the same one many times as I did, just for this example. So just click on the plus and you can link another one using the applied wizard. In this case, I will choose a different one. It's a test environment.
Also, someone has just asked me about about the premium, that they're not managing to click all the buttons all the way through. If you could maybe share with that another time.
Yeah, 1 second. So yeah, so in this case, I now allocated another bank account. Something that I didn't show. If you want to retrieve transactions from the past, for instance, and start allocating them, reconcile them, just click on the three dots and click retrieve transactions, and then define the date range and click retrieve, and the transactions will retrieve and you can find them on the review tab. Amir, what did you ask me to demo again?
Yeah, just the premium, someone isn't managing to
Okay.
go all the way through.
All right. So if you want, as I mentioned in the beginning, we are running a special promotion this webinar time, 50% off the premium plan. So if you want to link your bank accounts, it's under the premium plan. So go to this top right menu or click on the link that Amir shared on the chat. Amir, perhaps you can put it again. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
And then click on settings. On the account information plan details, click upgrade. Below the main button, you will find the add coupon link. Click on it. Then enter the value 250225 and click apply. And you will get the premium plan for the first year for £49 only instead of 99 for the entire year. And then in the second year, it will be 99. So yeah, hurry up, do it during this webinar time. You will get many valuable features on all the sections and some benefits. So yeah, hurry up and do it. While I'm here, perhaps I will show another new feature that you might find it useful. And this is the search. So on the top menu, you can find this icon for search. So this will allow you to search different items on your Lendlord account. Let me take it to account that I have more information in. So you just need to start typing a text, and then the platform can find properties or prospect properties, and it will take you to the property page. You can also search, you can find transactions for you. And I need to see if I have transactions here. No, it's perhaps here. Yeah, for instance, if I write managing, it will find me the transactions with this text. So it's very valuable way of finding items on your account, but it also can find the specific pages. So if you want the invoice generator, so just click the word generator and go to the invoice generator. So it's also a search for functionality in the platform. So this is a new feature. Feel free to write any feedback on this chat box on any feature that we release, or if you have any suggestions, we always love to hear. All right. Now let's continue with the transactions page. Another way to do it is to create an offline bank. And then you just need to click on this option, create an offline bank, click next. And then you should name it. You can put bank name, the account type, and save. So here you can either import a CSV file and you can download an example of transactions, income and expense, or other type of transactions, or you can add manual transactions to this offline account. And another way is to go to the manual transactions, and here you can add any transaction that you want that is not linked to your bank account, or manual journals, for instance, can be added on the manual transactions page. And once you see the transactions on the reconcile tab, it means that this will be reflected on the cash flow and the reports page. Now let's speak about the split. If you want to split the transactions into several transactions. I think the main use case would be if you work with a property manager and you receive the rent payment as a net payment that includes both the gross rent, but also the management fee, and perhaps other expenses or things that your property manager charge on the letting agent statement. So in this case, you would want to split one transaction into several transactions. The other use case is just if you received one income and you want to split it to different units or properties, so you can also do it. So let me show you how. So in this example, I have this transaction. It's the net rent I received for 450 pound at this date. So instead of just reconcile this transaction, I'm going to click on the split transaction link. Then I'm going to change the first one to rent, and the platform automatically selected the category for me. I will assign it to a property. I can also assign it to a rent payment, and I will change the amount to 500. All right. Then I will add another transaction, and here it's important because in the previous version, it automatically was on spent, but now the default is received. But you can split transaction into one received and one spent. Okay, it's a bit confusing, but once I'm done, I think that you understand. Then the description of this will be the management fee. All right, and the category will be management fees, and I will assign it to the same property, and the amount will be 50. So the total amount is 450, and the split is 500 gross rent and 50 pounds management fee. I click split, and then on the reconcile tab, I will see this transaction, and you can see that it's now basically two different transactions. One is the gross rent, and the second one is management fee. And on the cash flow section, I will see it here. You can click on the show button to see the transactions. So you can see it here. So, and from the other side, you can see the management fee. All right, so this was an example how you can split a transaction into two. Let me think if there is anything else before we go into questions, but I think another thing I can mention that on the cash flow page, you can export all the transactions into Excel file. You can decide which entities you want, like that the transaction assigned to you want to export, and what category types you want to include. If you want to change a category, you can go to the categories page, and you can either edit a category, you can change the name, the color, or you can add a new category. So basically, you can adjust the entire list to your own needs. Yeah, I think, Amir, let's go. We can take some questions. And you know, before we take questions, I will remind you again about our promotion during this webinar time. Go to the right top menu, click settings, then click upgrade, click add coupon, enter the value 250225, click apply. You can get the premium plan with 50% off, £49 only instead of 99 for the first year. Yeah, Amir, over to you. Do we have some questions? And yes, so feel free now to ask questions on the chat, guys.
Yeah, I think I've kind of been answering people, so
That's fine, but even if you answered, I think it's worth perhaps I can demo things so you can basically.
yeah. So a few questions were if the platform is only based in the UK, and if there is potential of using different parts of the platform abroad. Yeah. So basically, I answered that a lot of the features are actually based UK. But then again, there's a lot of investment tools and management tools that could be used abroad, such as our calculator, and yeah, basically a lot of the management tools could be quite useful abroad.
Yeah, so basically, if you manage properties abroad, you can add properties out of the UK. But from the other side, if you are a Canadian investor, you can create a Lendlord account. We do have actually a Canadian version and a US version. So you can manage your portfolios in Canada as well, or in the US. And also you can analyze deals. There are some adjustments that we already implemented. So it's important when you create the account to choose the relevant country. So if it's UK, choose UK to get the UK account.
Another question that came up, I was kind of typing while you were talking, so you might have said this already. If there's management fees, how is that? How do you manage that in a split transaction? I think you probably said this already, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah, this is exactly what I just demoed. So
Okay.
So yeah, so if you I can show it again. Like I had one transaction, net rent, the amount was 450, and I split this transaction into two transactions. One is the gross rent for 500, and the second one is the management fee for 50. One is a spent transaction, and the other one is received transaction. I can also split a transaction into many received transactions and then allocate them to different entities as well. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure. If anyone has other questions, definitely drop them in now. There's a question here regarding uploading documents.
Yeah. Okay, so I will show. So if you want to manage your documents in one place, I think Lendlord is also the place for you. So go to the Manage section, click on My Documents, and here you will find different levels. So you can upload documents, and this is also part of the premium plan. So hurry up to upgrade with the coupon code. Maybe perhaps you can put it again on the chat.
Yeah.
Or you can upload to a common level, for instance, the ICO registration, but you can actually upload any file that you want. For each property, we have some predefined documents that we recommend you to upload and store. But again, you can also upload any document that you want for each property. You can also store your personal documents. And the nice thing with this module is the packages. So you can create a package of documents for different purposes. For instance, if you want to share documents with a potential buyer, you just need to decide if it's a single property package or multiple property package. Select the property, and then you can also include some details about the properties, and then select the documents that you want to share. And then click on Create Package. The platform will create an HTML page with some the information that you wanted to share about the property and all the documents. Then click on Share Package. Enter the email address of the person you want to share it with. Click on the share and decide the length that this link will be available. And this is a great place to manage and store your documents. So if you want to be organized, all the details on my portfolio for each property, all the documents also in one place, and then you can also share documents with others. Other things that you can do in the manage section is the tasks. So the platform will generate for you tasks based on the due dates that you manage on my portfolio. So for instance, when you edit a property and in the section of landlord insurance, you need to add the landlord insurance due date. Then the platform will create a notification for you, the task basically, before the due date to renew your landlord insurance. And same goes for gas safety certificates, EPC, mortgage product expiry dates. You can define midterm inspection for your tenants. And actually, you can create any task you want with a due date to get notification and to be more organized. And you can also use the calendar view to see what task you have this week or this month on Lendlord. Another thing you can do is the mileage tracker. So you can add business trips and then generate a report to your accountant based on the mileage that you can claim. It's basically a smart mileage calculator. You can put two different addresses and the platform will calculate the distance for you and also the rate.
When you finish with this, we also have a few more questions that have come through.
All right. And the mileage tracker is also part of our premium plan. So again, hurry up and upgrade. Yeah, let's go and take more questions.
All right, so let's read through a few of these. There's a question: Can you split between? Can you manage both the company and the personal properties, or do you need two separate accounts?
No, you can manage both in one Lendlord account, and the way to do it is on my portfolio. when you enter a new property, when you edit a property, on the general information, you have the ownership section. So here you define if it's a private ownership or company, limited company ownership. If it's private, you can split the ownership between several owners. Actually, it can be as many as you want. And you can also change to company ownership. And then you can manage different companies on Lendlord. Okay. And then on the filters here, you can filter the properties, for instance, just the private properties. Okay. Or just the properties under company ownership. And if it's specific company, you can also filter by company. You can also filter by specific owner. And if you use this toggle, show values by percentage, the summary will reflect just Kate's share in those properties. For instance, her equity based on her percentage is only 307, while the entire equity, the total equity of those properties is 615. So yeah, you can manage different ownerships and different owners in one Lendlord account. You can invite your team members on this right top menu. Click team member, and you can invite others. We don't have permissions as of yet, so anyone that you invite to your Lendlord account will be able to review everything, but we will adjust and add permissions to team members hopefully in the next upcoming releases. So yeah, so for the answer is definitely you can manage different owners. On the transactions page, when you assign a transaction, you can assign it either to a property or to a higher level that we call all portfolio, or you can assign the transaction to a company. So for instance, you have accounting fees or management fees that you want to reconcile on the company level, you can also do it like this. And on the reports page, you can also use the filters and see only the private properties, income and expenses, or just the company-owned properties, etc. Yeah.
Aviram, another question has come through regarding the tasks section. If it's possible to manage the tasks per property. So I know that in the search criteria, you're actually able to continue the search and look for a specific property and manage the tasks that way, which could be great.
Yes, you can also do it from the My Portfolio. I will show you. So yeah, so one way to do it is to search, for instance, if I want to search for a specific property and see all the tasks of this property, I just need to type. So I clicked on the search icon, then I type the property. Okay, then I go to the property page, and here I will find the tasks that relevant just for this property. Okay, so you can definitely see the tasks for a specific property. And the other way, just to go to the My Portfolio page and click on the property, and here you can find all the tasks for this property. In this case, this property has no tasks, but this one has. So you can see all the tasks for a specific property, and you can also add new tasks from here.
Nice. So there's some more questions that have come through. There's a question regarding one-on-ones to set up an account. I will say, as a person that does part of the demos, that basically once you become a premium and join the team, join the family, then there's an opportunity to get a one-on-one with me and with some other members of the team to help you kind of integrate into the platform, and you're able to do that once in a while. So you'd definitely be able to join us and have a one-on-one.
Another reason I'm here to upgrade to premium. So I remind you again, go to the settings page, click upgrade. It's very affordable. Click add coupon, enter 250225, click apply, and get a premium plan for 49 pounds only for the entire first year. Yeah. Do we have any other questions?
There's a question regarding tax returns and foreign bank accounts. So I don't know if it's possible to add foreign bank accounts.
So if you are a Canadian investor, then yes, but then you can link your Canadian bank to your Canadian Lendlord account. But now we speak about the UK landlords, so I don't think so. I think that Plight supports for a given territory only the banks of this territory. So if you try to link an existing bank account, you will find only UK bank accounts. And what was the second question, Amir?
About the tax return.
Yes. So once you reconcile all the transactions on the reports page, you will be able to generate, let me switch to a different account. You will be able to generate the P&L report. You can also generate it as a PDF. And you can also file your, like just for individuals, not for companies, using our integration with Untied. We did a webinar on that, so on our YouTube channel, you should find it. You can file your tax return electronically through Lendlord. So yeah, so basically this is the place to see your profit and loss. And as I mentioned in the beginning of this webinar, we are working also to add the balance sheet as well and support other category types such as assets, liabilities, equity, and more. Yeah, I see another, like Sam asks, is it possible that portfolio reflects proper share for you? Example, if you own 50%, then only 50% of everything is reflected. Definitely, yes. So, for instance, in this P&L report, okay? So I can select the owner here, but I need more owner. Let's do this example. On my portfolio, let's say that this property, I click edit, I will go to the ownership, and I'm going to add another owner, okay? Let's say Aviram. So Ben owns 50% and I own 50% of this property. I click save. Okay, update. Now on the reports, I will select this property. Okay, so this is the P&L of this property. Then I will select the owner. So if I select myself, I own only 50%, but I still see the entire profit and loss. If I want to see just my share in the profit and loss, I need to use this toggle, show values by percentage, and then click apply. And here you can see that I only have half of the loss in this case. All right, so basically you can manage different owners and you can see the share of each owner. On my portfolio, you can do it just to see how much equity each owner has. So for instance, if I want to see just my share in the ownership, in the equity, I will click on this toggle, click apply, and see only 45K out of the 90 is mine. And if I change my percentage to 40%, then my share is only 36. So yes, so we know to allocate equity, profit and loss, cash flow, everything based on the owners and based on the share of this owner. Yes, okay. I hope I answered. All right. I see Gordana asked where you can add building insurance for the property. Okay, so first on my portfolio, when you edit the property, you have the landlord insurance section. So here you can add all the details about your insurance, policy number, the premium that sorry for that you need to pay. You can also put the insurance end date. Now, if you want to manage the insurance policy payment on your cash flow, so if you link your bank account and you pay the insurance policy from a bank account, you will see this transaction, and you just need to reconcile it to the relevant property and to a category. If not, you can also add it from the manual transactions page, and then it will be reflected on your P&L. So I hope I answered this as well. Can you link the landlord calendar to your Outlook or Google Calendar? Not now, but yeah, it's on our roadmap. We had this feature in the past, and we are going to introduce it again. So yes, so you will be able to create a Google Calendar event based on your tasks on Lendlord. So it will be reflected also on your calendar, but it's not available as of yet. Yeah.
Just to say something about that it's incredible that there's so many new features that have just become available in the last month. So also a complete facelift to the whole accounting section. There's a lot of new articles that we've written that should definitely be able to help and answer a lot of questions. And also the in-house search button that Aviram showed. So there's a lot of things that have really been pushing forwards.
This is the guide for the guide for the UK renters right bill, which is very important. So feel free to go to our website and read it. And as I mentioned, we are going to update this guide on a weekly basis. So hopefully you have all the latest news toward the the signing off this reform. This is important, and I think Amir, what you wanted to say is about the articles. So they're now available. So we have the support centers live now. So if you go to this chat box here and click on, so here you can find some suggestions for articles, or click on the help icon, and then you will find articles. For instance, if you want to, how to get started. So you can see, for instance, if I want to manage, how I manage my notification settings. So you have an article that basically step by step can guide you how you can do it. How to create your premium account, etc. So basically we have now articles, I think almost for any feature of the platform, so you can use it here. And of course you can message the team if you want to get some help, or if you want to provide some suggestions for new features, etc. And again, because we are just before, because we are almost in the end of this webinar, I want to remind you again to use the benefit of 50% of our premium plan. Go to your settings page or click the /premium link that Amir put on the chat. The account information, plan details, click upgrade. Then click on add coupon. Click the coupon code 250225. Click apply and get the entire set of features for the first year with 50% off. I think someone asked if we can, if like the free trial is available with the coupons. Unfortunately not. So you can either start the 30-day free trial and then go to £12 per month or £99 per year, or you can upgrade now, and perhaps we'll keep it 1 hour more after the webinar available. with 50% off. Let me see if we have any. What does consult with an expert mean? Okay, so in the invest part of the platform, you can find the experts panel. So here is like basically partners that we work with. So you can schedule paid calls, so it's not for free, with different experts in the industry. And basically you can consult with them on several things related to property investments, property management, and more. So you can find the experts panel on the invest section under experts. Another question. Yeah, logo. I see logo. Someone asked about logo. Just to believe me that it's in the roadmap, I will show you the test environment. This is the test environment. It's almost there. I think next week it will be released, even this week. Go to the settings page, and here you can see brand logo. All right. So now you will be able to upload your logo. It's also part of the premium plan. So if you want, you should upgrade. And if you want the 50% off, you should upgrade now. So you will have the ability to upload your brand logo to your Lendlord account and then use it on the reports. So if you generate on the invest part, on the deal analyzer, so if you generate the report and you want to share, you can share it with your own logo. If you want to generate invoices or maintenance reports or tenancy summary reports to your tenants, you will be able also to do it with your logo. So this is something that is almost there in the test environment, and we should release it hopefully next week. And then instead of the Lendlord logo, you will have your own brand logo. So this is coming soon. Yeah, thanks, Arvind. Okay, separate logo to separate properties. Some no, sorry, not now. So we decided because the vast majority of the users, they have only one brand logo. So for now, as a first step, it will be one logo per one Lendlord account. But in the future, we will introduce different logos of different companies. And yeah.
We've just had a question here regarding experts. What's the experts tab?
I answered it, Amir, already.
Oh, sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, I answered. Sorry. All right.
Answering questions at the same time while typing. It's
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No worries. But no, I showed how you can schedule paid calls with our experts.
Perfect.
I'm trying to upgrade, but have not been able to. There is no available in the chat. All right. Luis, just write us again on the, like someone will answer the chat, if not today, tomorrow, and we will make sure that you get the benefit. Try to see if you follow my instructions again. You go from the right top menu, click on the settings, click upgrade, then click on add coupon, enter 250225 and click apply. And then you can get the annual plan with 49 pounds. So yeah, if not, don't worry. Even if you wrote it in the chat, someone will answer. If not today, tomorrow, and we will make sure that you get the coupon code. Yeah, Luis. Okay, I see. No worries. So we will just make sure that if you can share with host and panelists your email address. I mean, if you can capture Louis' email address, and then we can help her tomorrow to upgrade.
No worries, I will. There's another question here by Kama regarding two different. If you've opened another company, basically, yes, you could link another bank account if you wanted to, and manage two bank accounts in the same portfolio, also with a private portfolio and a company. So just wanted to make sure to answer you about that. and I'll get this email, sure.
Yeah, you can manage more than one bank account in one Lendlord account. Yeah. All right, so let's summarize this webinar. So please feel free to use the new accounting section, cash flow section. It's not entire accounting section as of yet until we still need to launch the assets and liabilities and balance sheet, but this will be soon. But now it's a great place to allocate / reconcile your transactions into properties and companies and generate reports and manage your cash flow over time. Feel free to reach out using this chat. Amir, if you can put the link tree again for people that wants to schedule calls with our team. And we will keep the promotion for the premium live. My battery is running out of energy, so we will end this webinar for now. The promotion will be live in the next 1 or 2 hours to get your 50% of the premium plan. So thanks everyone. It was great having you with us this evening. And yeah, we'll see you in the next webinar. Thanks everyone. Thanks again. Bye bye.
Everyone, thank you so much. Bye for now. Bye.
Then.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.